Chatham Theatre is at it again. And Chatham Baroque is a big part of the upcoming production. Let's say hello to Patty Halverson. Hello, Patty.
Hi, Larry.
It's so good to hear your voice again. And I should have Andrew Fouts and Scott Pauley here as well. Andrew, are you there?
I'm here, Andrew. Nice to talk with you, Larry.
You too. How about you, Scott?
Good morning. I'm here, Larry. Good to be with you.
It is wonderful. The only thing better would be having you here in person, and I can't wait until we do that again. I know you've probably been asked this before, but it must have been rough during the pandemic not having a chance to connect with Chatham Baroque audiences. Was it, Patty?
Yes, it was. Absolutely. We were able, the first year we did a video concert series, so of course back in the day when there were no vaccines available, that was a safe way to do it. But even now, our audience is still masked, and we're masked when we are in social situations, like if there were a reception after a concert. So, yeah, we really do miss connecting with our audience, and look forward to a day when we can do that more firmly.
I was going to say more reliably.
Right.
And it does. I have trouble not being able to show my expression when I'm wearing a mask, or to be able to see expressions of other people. It's a small price to pay for the protection, but I miss that. Andrew, have you felt the same way in terms of any loss of performance time?
Oh, absolutely. Just as Patty said, the connection, even when you're in the same room, is just a little bit more difficult. And we're so grateful that we're able to gather again.
Yeah,
It's just been just so wonderful to be in the same room with fellow musicians and with audience members and supporters alike.
Yep.
I was just noticing, though, during rehearsal yesterday for Idaspe, our orchestra came to town on Thursday evening for our first rehearsal, and yesterday was 2 rehearsals, one with the singers. So things are starting to be all put together. We move into the hall today, and so it's getting very, very real. But I express so much, and we all express so much with the lower portion of our face.
Yeah.
And there's only so much from across the room you can communicate with your eyes, and the orchestra dynamic or any social dynamic is so different.
Yeah, it sure is. And I'm guessing the same's been true for all of you, Scott. I imagine that's true.
Oh, yeah, but it's definitely true. I mean, we've sort of gotten used to wearing masks, and particularly for big projects like this where, we're really trying to protect the cast and keep everyone healthy. It's just something we've gotten used to doing, and, wearing a mask is a small price to pay. To be able to still do live music is so much better than to do it on a video or something like that only, which we did for more than a year, and we did it quite successfully, I think, but at least we are in the same room making music together, and this project has been so exciting from the outset. We did a project with Quantum in 2015, which was a pastiche opera of Shakespeare's Winter's Tale. So we used previously existing opera arias from famous composers like Handel and Bach and others, and we set that to Shakespeare's music. This is a different sort of project where it's an existing opera that really hasn't been performed, as far as we know, since its premiere in 1730 in Venice. And we initially, Carla Booth from Quantum, wanting to do another Baroque opera, and she wanted to do Vivaldi, an opera called Bajazet. And it turned out the blockbuster aria that you just played a little excerpt of from Bajazet was none other than an aria from Idaspe, this opera that we're doing here in Pittsburgh. So it turned out Vivaldi borrowed that opera, or that aria rather, from Riccardo Broschi, who's the composer. So it was quite common back then that composers would borrow a little bit of music from each other. And we're going to do the same in this opera. We're borrowing one aria back from Vivaldi. So anyway, it's really fun, and we're really excited about this project. It's actually kind of a dream of a lifetime, this whole opera.
Yeah, it's called Idaspe, I-D-A-S-P-E, and it's going to be at the Byham Theatre. I don't know if you realized it, but it's only on odd days, 10-7, 10-9, 10-11, 10-13, and 10-15. Did you realize that? You may have.
Yeah, I remember.
I didn't really put that together.
But it's a collaboration of Quantum Theatre and Chatham Baroque. So it's the three of you, but tell me a little bit about the other musicians and the other folks that are putting this together. You've got singers, and it sounds like a very full orchestra, too.
Yes, we do. In fact, chief among the singers is the voice we're hearing now in the background, who has really defined the role, which is one of the central roles of this opera. Dario is sort of the hero throughout her career by singing arias that were written for the famous singer from the 18th century, Farinelli. And so we're just, part of the dream is that we have this opportunity to work with Vivica Jeannot, singing the role of Dario. She's one of 7 and a just incredible cast, including John Holliday and Karine Suleiman, Pascal Baudin, Wei An Chan, Shannon Delajani, and Zoe Reams. So just phenomenal cast. Carla assembled, and a great creative team led by director Claire Van Kampen, who was the first to sign on to the project, and she brought with her a fantastic choreographer. We have 8 dancers in this piece as well. The choreographer is named Antonio Franceschi, and we have the great pleasure of having 16 people playing in the pit.
Wow.
So it's a full orchestra. We really will fill the space. And Chatham Baroque is a trio at its core, and so we perform a lot just with the 3 of us, and 1, 2, 3, or 4 guests for the projects that we present. So this is, we feel like the kids in a candy store, really, with just everything going on around us. And to be a part of opera and theater is so exciting.
Yeah,
you're doing everything you love to do, and it's only a small part of the greater project, too.
That's exciting. And it all opens October 7th, and then the 9th, 11th, 13th, and 15th, 7:30 at the Byham Theatre. Chatham Baroque in the pit, as you just heard Andrew say, along with other great musicians, and it should be a great production. Carla Booz has been wowing lovers of theater in an innovative way. She just never stops. I mean, Quantum Theatre continues to innovate. This one at a more conventional location for Quantum, the Byham Theatre. I knew this segment was going to go very quickly. Patty, Scott, and Andrew, we'll go in that order to help you since you're not in the same place. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
I just wanted to say that from the ground up, from the first days of rehearsal, there was team building, there was movement class led by the choreographer Antonio that Andrew mentioned, and so just such care has been taken with this project from day one to make it, the stellar, amazing production that it is. It's just been fascinating to be a part of.
That's great to hear, Scott.
Yeah, I would just say, even if you think you don't like opera, I think this is something that has something for everyone. I mean, there's there's like a dancing ninja. There's like aerialists. It's not only a feast for the ears, but for the eyes as well. It's going to be really stunning, and I think in a way I see it as a real highlight of our career here in Pittsburgh, and I hope people will come see.
Boy, that's saying a lot. Andrew, we'll let you have the last word.
Oh, all of that. It's just, and the scenic design we didn't mention is just stunning. And speaking of our career in Pittsburgh, this is our 30th anniversary year for Chatham Baroque. So I imagine for Patty, our founding member, this is a particular milestone. And it's also the 30th anniversary year of Quantum Theatre. So this is also a celebration of the two organizations.
That's a wonderful note on which to end. I hope it's a great run. I'm sure it will be. And here's hoping to see you in the studio again. I miss all three of you. Thanks for being with us today.
Thank you, Larry.
Thanks, Larry.
Take care.